Hello and welcome to the Free Pixel channel. This is second time I'm live on Twitch. And I'm planning to play Bastion. I have played a small bit of it, seen some small bits, never fully played it. But I'm interested. I'm simply going to go normal mode, since it was such a long time ago. I always heard good things
Proper
about
story's
it.
supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
Alright then.
He gets up,
Ah,
sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way.
I always
You don't
liked the
stop
art
to
style,
wonder
this I know that much.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
Do they ever say what the calamity is? I don't think so.
That a survivor? No, ma'am.
Nope.
It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though. And then,
Oh.
he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
Alright then.
Kid just rages for a while.
Yeah, well, it's giving me points, so of course I'm just raging for a while.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
Ah, is that thing just floating? Oh well.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
Right. Understandable.
A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Nothing really all that special. I wonder why they just appeared.
It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view.
Alright then. F to heal.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. finds his trusty shield.
Right.
The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas, fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call.
Shoot.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Then windbags are playing for keeps. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window.
Alright.
It's a bit of a drop.
A bit of a run.
Ronnie always wanted his ashes scattered here.
Well, good for him then, because I wasn't going to carry them anywhere else.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
Well, that's good.
Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
It seems like it's supposed to be something here. Or maybe not. Shoot. Forgot what button was the shield now again.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner.
Come on.
You find the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town.
Alright.
One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Let's see here. Max health. Critical hit rate. Absorb strength. Yeah, let's take that.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Right. Right then. I think I'm sticking with what I got.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Here we go. Alright.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Right, I don't trust that at all. Alright then, let's check this out.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
They go straight into it, doesn't they? Shoot. Can't really help it when This dumb sludge is so hard.
Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid puts him out of his misery.
There we go. That was a fair bit of crap.
He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running.
Yeah, running things feels like the thing I should be doing.
At last, the skyway's in sight.
Come on.
Whisks him where
There
he
we
needs
go.
to go.
Thought I could get some extra
Now the kid sees
experience
something
points
stranger
or
still.
something.
His mind races.
This
Did
world
anybody
is
else
severely
survive?
interesting.
Sure enough, he finds another.
I don't know if the whole world always have
He
been
finds
like
me.
this.
We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Alright.
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up. Ain't always much to say.
I wonder
Just
if
like
this
that,
world
the
have
Bastion
always
comes
been like
alive.
this story.
Starts growing again.
It's thanks to
Growing
whatever
stronger.
happened. This
Kid's
whole
gotta put its
world
power to good
coming
use.
up out of the ground.
Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
Alright.
Where
Sounds
whiskey
good.
has no scent, but tastes like a peppered boot heel. It's not for everyone. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
This is one of those challengers, I'm pretty sure.
The breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots.
Alright. Let's see here. Fewer targets in the least amount of shots. Alright, then I think I see.
He's
What to do.
focused. He's armed. And he's off. perfect shot just happens in a flash. Solid performance.
Well done. I guess I didn't do it perfectly. I'm not quite 5 shots. I need a far stronger bow for that. What's this? Reset, alright then. No, I need at least double as strong.
He returns with some of the materials we need.
I did.
Sometimes a single look says it all.
It doesn't seem that I did. On to next place.
Now he lands at the intersection
sorry.
between bad and wrong.
I needed to do some quick things there.
Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw.
Alright then. Less damage, but the hell a lot faster.
The most rambunctious squirts can be tamed.
Q to use.
No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble.
Right. So if I do what?
Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch.
Well, that seems nice.
Them squirts just don't know when to quit.
I can get
The
multiples.
biggest dump in town. Scumbag alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash.
And they all just fall off. Great.
And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel. The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Keeps telling himself he better watch his step. Kid cuts up Gershel like a pineapple. Old scumbag didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, he seemed pretty irritated about it. I would say.
The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back. No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him.
Simple enough. There we go.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. No white gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge.
Alright then. I wonder which way is the wrong way in reality. I want the wrong way first.
And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage.
Right. So this is the right way. Good to know.
A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd.
And considering last time, I'd rather not take it right now and hurry out over here.
Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, he can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Sure. Critical hit chance.
The little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light.
Right.
With a good length of meat-gut, that bow's like new again. Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
Alright.
Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again.
Well, I know where the core is. I'm not really after the core right now.
Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch.
Hey there, Percy.
Never much cared for that big wide grin of his.
Of course. Thank you very much, my pets. Ah, I see. Well, it seems like it was a good idea deploying them a little bit everywhere. Oh, alright then.
There's a new marshal in town.
Well, look at that. So it seems like that was supposed to be an arena thing, but because I left, I got in a bit of trouble. Which is always fun.
He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall.
Ah.
Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started.
Right then. I guess I could have checked every place without a problem.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be alright. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. What else is there to say?
You know, they are really cute. These small little spirit things.
A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
I don't need anything right now from there. Do I got any other tonics? No.
Fetch and fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it. Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
Let's fly.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stabweeds.
Well, it seems like this was a plant that would survive something like this. Whatever this is. Right.
If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down.
That makes sense.
Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
Of course it is.
Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous.
Right. This looks like an arena. So I'm thinking let's clean up a bit. and let that tonic light. Alright then, let's go.
He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong?
And a battle. A bunch of
Quite
enemies.
a bit, as it turns out.
Yes, of course.
The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every sword's born bad. Some split to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he popped that mean old foreman.
Well then. That turned out
At
well.
this rate, maybe 5 more minutes. Maybe 30. Hard to tell. Screws get real territorial around the core. When a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad. If the kid finds some spicy food,
Shoot!
tax free.
Ugh.
One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome
There we go.
scene, to be sure. A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. You give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Right. Oh. Shoot, I pressed the wrong button.
I still remember the look on his face after that one. finished, but the new world's just getting started. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Caelandia. It was good living here for a while.
Nice to know.
Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them. Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows. The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to. A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I fully agree on that.
Windbag Ranch was built for gathering squirt extract in copious supply.
Alright.
Ain't nothing more healthful. Some folks showed up to make a fast buck. Slippery little devils. Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Place gets
Shoot.
awful slick sometimes.
Seriously? Oh shoot. Okay, this is ridiculous.
Still others use the place to test their finest blades.
How the hell? Seriously? For God's sake. can't bloody well hit this bastard.
He cuts all of them down soon enough.
Yeah. I'm not expecting a good time on that anytime soon.
Kid comes back from Windbag Ranch smelling good and ripe.
Uh-huh. Alright. Ah, you set up a tent. Good for you.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though.
Ah, shoot. Again.
But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for
No, I don't really do that, it seems.
The path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery.
Uh-huh.
Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along.
Well, a bit more stable parts here.
Finds a spyglass, like the ones they'd use to search the stars. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. But Calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core?
That's a good question.
Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back.
You know, for being one of the oldest last time, that scum thing,
No, they used to ship live
I
munitions
seem
down the
to
path.
find a bit
Find
bigger.
time to find them. These wires to toss those things plenty far away.
Right. There we go. Alright then, I could
Even gas
possibly
fellas need some
land at
shut-eye
a
from time to time.
better place.
Real cranky.
Alright then.
In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
That's a good question.
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built. War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them.
Right then. Let's try out this challenge then.
No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right.
Shoot. Shoot.
A decent trapper wouldn't walk away empty-handed.
Ugh. $48. I might actually have gotten that. I come back later. As
To think a
normal.
rickety place like the Shingle survived, and so little else did.
Yeah, well, that's just part of life, isn't it?
The dead welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all.
Well, they weren't very good at catching me.
Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this.
Alright.
These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him.
What the hell is wrong with
Kid
his
sees him
face?
there, Kid, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all.
Come on.
Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it.
What path is the right one?
The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we?
I don't know.
The core survives as well. Kid does what he has to do. What do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please.
Of course. I guess that's a
He's a
good way
proper
to
gentleman,
describe
that man.
his
His name is Zolf.
face.
No
Someone
hiding
that saw
he's
too
an
much.
Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other. For the first time.
Right.
We fought the Ura decades ago. But that was then. Things are different between us now. For Zolf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine. Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since.
Alright then. Fascinating.
Of course, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright.
Since you say everything is going
Well,
to
look
be
what we have
alright, I
here.
don't believe you.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Alright.
All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
Haven't unlocked a new slot yet.
A sip of lunkhead liqueur will toughen you up. Too bad it's like drinking a saddlebag. We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
You got quite a bit to say. And this is a quite large city, considering it seems to be covering a large part of the map.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Kid says a little prayer anyway. Couldn't hurt, right? Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now. And the Orchard Core is long gone too.
Is this the right way? It seemed to have several different ways to go. Ugh.
Pith stood for something once. Something real.
This is truly a multi-path.
In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects.
Yeah, I think this is the right way to go, so let's go back a bit.
Well, no use turning back just yet.
Well, don't say that.
Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one.
Right. Nope, nothing there either.
Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least.
I guess.
Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine.
What shrine? This shrine.
So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell them off? Kid don't need favors from the likes of Pith. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore.
Seems to be that I went the right way.
Popping windbags is hard enough. No need to get the gods involved.
There we go. Right.
Things might have gone worse if Kid tampered with that shrine.
Maybe.
The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god. Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine.
I guess that was all in that level.
Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
Right.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy.
So this is supposedly a god of commotion, eh?
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Yeah. A shield challenge, not something I'm all that interested in taking.
There's only one way to disintebrate fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
Finally.
The calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky.
There we go. Level 3.
They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid. Good thing the windbags don't know kids fresh out of health tonics. Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. Kid can't hardly tell up from down after a while.
I'm in bad shape.
At least the marshals left through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal.
Alright, that wasn't the best. Alright then.
The Calamity drove the Windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort.
Alright.
Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days.
What the hell was that? I'm really bad shape. I didn't see that wasn't ground.
Windbags can't use the marshal's supplies, but the kid sure can. He stashes the marshal's prize. Goes back to something more his style. As for the Windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though. On notice. So many of those sorry things hold up inside that old fort. Kid's got a squirt lure at the ready in case things turn sour.
This is getting ridiculous.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. To get burned.
Yeah, but I would rather not get burned.
They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. Then they bring out Glutus and Clandon. Scumbag uncles. They got something to gain, and only their sorry hides to lose. takes down Glutus. Or maybe it was Glandon. The windbags finally get the message. Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this. And now ain't nothing left for nobody.
Alright, that was tough. This whole game is pretty tough, actually.
Kid shows up just as Zulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was a smoking pipe.
Nah.
Poor kid collapses after just one drag.
Lightweight.
The past. Only good thing ever
let's see
come out
what
of the
this
past is history.
Yes, that's true. I guess. To some extent. But not fully, I wouldn't say.
The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up. But he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Well, that's sad.
The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
Well, he didn't have much to go back to. And when you don't have much to go back to, you go to the damned
Out
place.
there, kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
Well, I got a bit more now to work with, and it works out pretty well, it seems. They just sort of run off on their
Through
own,
twisted
don't they?
streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
Shoot. How long is this thing?
Will it finally arrived at Caelondia's vaunted safe haven? He and no one else.
Shoot. It sounds like I'm starting to near the end here.
But then, all I got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
Ah.
Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing,
Alright then.
what he's done. I surely would.
Finally finished with that. That was a tough round. But at least I got a lot of money from it.
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Why do you say that, actually? Why do you say good man and not
Zolf
good
brought his
man?
antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
I have already interacted with it, so I'm not sure what's going to
Even
happen.
since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
Is it just going to happen again?
Kid takes another drag, goes out like a light.
Yeah, it seems like it just happening again.
There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top.
I already know this story. Actually, why not? Just...
The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, a kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him. finally arrived at Caelandia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else.
Alright then.
But then, all he got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. What was I saying? Anyway. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing.
I went through that once more.
I surely would.
Got a bit more, whatever the currency name is.
Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon.
Right. Well, that seems to be a pretty good way to earn some money.
The Langston River flowed free and wild till the calamity drank it all up. Maybe all that water just grew wings and flew off.
Maybe.
Riverbanks swarming with bags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat.
This is going to be bad.
Weepin' Nellie. She'll send some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag.
Alright.
Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break, because the core's right there.
Alright, that's the core. What's over there? Right.
Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They've been watching his every move. Peckers. They had their own eyes on the core. Why? Well, the kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. Finds Weepin' Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Crafty things think they're king of the roost now. The rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these. Security skiffs keep on coming, starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something. The windbags getting even better idea. They aim to smash with the Nellie splinters. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nellie. She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nellie gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. Seems a calamity ain't hurt the Peckers' appetites. They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Know how many times a kid nearly fell off the barge back there? Not even once. Now, listen close. You should remember this next part.
Alright then.
Why go to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or a plain old fool to venture out that far. The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that.
Right.
But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't. And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it?
I don't know if that's it, because
If the kid hears something he ain't heard
I guess
in a
I
long
follow you,
while.
what you said.
How's it go again? Yeah, that's the one.
A good place to put me down on. Right. This game is beautiful. That much I can say about it. It takes a fair bit to level up. Is something I noticed. Shoot.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right? Suffice it to
I mean,
say,
it would be
kid ain't
helpful.
coming home empty-handed. And besides, it's like the song goes.
Well, look at that. New person. Still alive.
They'll be here before too long.
Yeah.
We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we?
Makes
Zolt never
sense.
thought he'd see a fellow Ura again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was more to be
Obviously.
done. There was one last core to find.
Ah, look at that. I don't remember a lot of this, but I must never have gotten that card before.
Most of the Ura never got a taste of Caelondia's fine goods. Unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here. Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see. But leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they? So many secrets in there, and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away. A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much.
Well then, that's ominous. Isn't it?
Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either.
Alright, so it's not just one core left.
The memorial. The kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind.
Alright. Right. So those are like achievements.
Behold, the Pantheon. Finders keepers.
I might as well just take all of this. Ugh. Gonna take a lot to level up.
Come on, give the little tyke a break.
Seems to be angry at me. don't got enough money. Of course I spend it all. But I guess that's something to keep in mind.
Turn 'em round and round all you like. Pit's still gonna be ugly.
Well, that's rude. I don't know if he's that ugly.
He ain't all that shy. Kid says hello, but Zolf's lost in thought. We ain't much for pleasantries.
1 second. Bunch of information I used to have. I don't know how to get it up again. Oh well. Right. Well, I think I'm going to end today's streams. Right here. If you have enjoyed, please follow me here on Twitch or go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and look forward to more content. I hope that you have enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye.